long does it take to write a dissertation? You're going to find out right now. Hey everybody, I'm Leigh Hall from teachingacademia.com, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia and make your best impact. Today we're talking about how long does it take to write a dissertation. So obviously there's going to be some variance here, right, depending on your own specific context, situation, personal, family life, etc. But let's talk about sort of some generalities in terms of what you can expect and a reasonable amount of time to get it done. So in the previous video for this series, I gave you the big picture overview of what it means to write a traditional dissertation, and that's what we're really thinking about here. So everybody wants to be done, everybody wants to graduate. Let's say you've got your data collected, you've pretty much done with your analysis, and you're ready to start writing. How long does it take, right? How long should you give yourself? So if you start writing in August or September and treat it like a full-time job, well, and I don't want to say full-time job because you're not going to write 40 hours a week. But if you write 20 to 25 hours a week, however you want to divvy that up and spread it out over the course of a week, you can reasonably expect to be done and have something that you can send to your committee in December, okay? So what does that mean? I'm telling you, let's do some math here. All right, so I'm going to assume some very basic things here. So first of all, we're going to assume that you're going to write 25 hours each week, and we're going to assume 4 weeks in a month, okay? So that gives you 100 hours a month that you're going to spend on writing. So if you think about August, September, October, November, December, that's 5 months. So that is 500 hours, okay? So in my experience, right, 500 hours, however you want to spread that out, that should be a good amount of time for you to have written your dissertation to the point that should be able to be shared with your committee. You might need to make some tweaks, some revisions, etc., before you can get it out to your committee, but 500 hours should get it pretty solid so that if there are any tweaks, revisions, etc., that your advisor wants you to make before it goes to your committee, then that should be pretty minimal, okay? So if you think about this 500 hours, right, and I've said you can get it done like August and December, but you can spread that out, right, across time. Maybe you cannot write 25 hours a week, okay? Maybe you can write 10 hours a week. Maybe you can write 15 hours a week, whatever that is. And of course, this is not a finite absolute thing, right? 500 hours does not guarantee that you're done, but you might need 550 hours or you might need 400 hours, okay? But 500, I think, is a really nice average to start with. The key here is that you want to have some kind of consistency. So if you write 10 hours a week, then you always want to write 10 hours a week, right? You might have some weeks where maybe you write a little less because there's some personal emergency, or you might have some weeks where you are able to write a little more. But the trick is don't write, if you're doing 10 hours a week, for example, don't write 10 hours a week for 3 or 4 weeks in a row and then not do any work for anywhere from like 2 to 4 weeks, okay? Because what happens is then you disrupt that flow, that rhythm that you've got going, and then when you come back, after being gone for more than a couple of weeks, you have to get your head back into what did I do? Where was I at? What am I supposed to be doing next? And that just causes you to lose some momentum. So the answer to the question, how long does it take to write a dissertation? I think 500 hours is a nice figure to use as a starting point. You might need a little less, you might need a little more. Map that out across whatever period of time works for you and how many hours a week it works in terms of being able that you have available for you to write. And before you know it, you'll be done. So if you like this video and you want more, click right here and I will see you over in the next one.